Okay, here we go again. Here's what I did differently this time. Still the same setup, everything as it was with the alcohol that I just did. This time the only difference is the winds calmed down a little bit. The temperature's back to 60, as you can see. I've got wood back in the stove, and I broke out my hardware cloth that I got from Home Depot, and I cut a 2 high. As you can see right now, it's a 2 high. And you could probably ask, why did I do that? Well, because I didn't want to cut the 3 one down just in case I wanted to go back to it. So I figured, why not just make a new one? Plus I got all this hardware cloth left over from the other projects that I've done. So what the hey. So without further ado, I'm going to light this. I soaked the top, quite a few little logs with alcohol. Maybe I should have done the bottom ones. Maybe I should have put those in first. I don't know, but will it make a difference? I don't know. We'll see. But so far they're burning. Hopefully they'll catch the lower ones on fire. That may have been my problem last time. I didn't think about that. They probably should go in first. They should be on the bottom so they burn up. But we'll see how that goes. Get my phone out. Just gonna let it preheat for just a second. I can feel the heat all the way over here, so I know it's pretty hot. Let's put the timer. Let's go to the timer. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set her on and just see. I don't want to waste any time. I did load the stove all the way to the top this time, so we'll see if that has anything to do with the boiling. And let me start the timer. And let me see if I can get a picture of that. It's already, the temperature's already, just a few seconds, is already raised to 67. That's a good sign. And the temperature is going. So obviously, even if this works, I'm gonna have to try this again. Once I get this good and boiling, I'm going to try it again with just sticks that I've come up with locally. Like I said, nothing larger than my pinky. When I do this out, I do this occasionally. I'm not gonna lie. I really like alcohol stoves. They're so simple, and when I'm out on the trail, it's about economy of motion. It's how to do things as simply and quickly as possible, so that I can spend most of my time hiking and not, doing other things. Now, I am here to tell you a good meal, in my experience, is it's well worth the benefit of actually taking a little time. I'm just saying, no matter what I do, whether I'm cooking, and that's one of the reasons I got this pot a while back, was I plan on doing a little more actual cooking outdoors. But and this being the 0.9 liter Evernew non-stick, obviously this would be my solo cook pot for just me. If I was going with someone else, I'd take that 1.3 liter ultralight that I have. Yeah, it's still going. I was about to say it sounded like it blew out, and maybe it did. Nope, I still see a flame, so we're good. But I plan on doing some more actual cooking out while I'm hiking, just for morale booster. I mean, it's just such a cool thing to cook while you're out. So in doing so, I mean, a cook fire is obviously necessary sometimes. Like I said, alcohol is my preferred method, just because it's so clean and it leaves no trace, and so on and so forth. But if I was going to make a cook fire, another disadvantage of that is you have to make some type of thing to put the pot on, something. And usually what I try to do is I pick up 3 sticks and just make a more or less, not a lean-to, I forget what that's called. I guess maybe it is a lean-to, but where you put the 3 sticks and use some cordage to support the pot. But again, even that becomes takes effort and energy, and I'm lazy. Like I said, it's so much easier to use an alcohol stove that to me it's worth the wait. But this is really, I guess, my attempt to not have to you know, get 3 sticks. I mean, I could use these cans, and at 2.9 ounces it would be, or 2.6, whatever it is. I'll put it in the comments again, but this would be my not having to pick up sticks. This would save me some effort and, you know, promote some economy of motion as far as I'm concerned. I'd still have to get, you know, the sticks to burn, but that's not usually that hard. You know, you're looking for dead wood, so it's, you know, not something that I cut off of any trees or anything like that. I don't do that. I try to be as much leave no trace as possible. But this is good. We're at roughly the same time that the alcohol took, 4 minutes, and we're up to about the same temperature. So that's, I'm not gonna say that's good. It probably should be hotter faster, but it's just showing you that this wood is doing about the same as an ounce of alcohol. This is we're at 147. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's the hottest this stove has gotten so far. So maybe the too high is worth it. I do have a windscreen out. The windscreen's, you know, further back. It's not providing any reflection of the heat, but it's also, you know, right at the bottom of the pot, so it's not really providing a tremendous amount of wind protection for this either. But what I was trying to do was to see if I could go without a windscreen at all, because I know that, you know, fires need oxygen, so you can't really starve them. But at the same time, this may benefit from you know, a little taller windscreen. Maybe I'll go buy you know, some aluminum and give that a better shot. That may be part of the problem, but I'm just kind of, I know I'm rambling, but I'm trying to give you the concept that I'm trying to use behind this. So far, this was a lot of effort, and again, I'm about economy of motion, and I think we just went out. Now we're at 164 degrees. My phone went off here. We're at 5 minutes 46 seconds. Let me see. I think we lost a flame. Yeah, very possibly. Okay, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. That took a heck of a lot of blowing. There was some of it that was red hot, so it went back going. We're at 7 minutes now, and we're at 171 degrees Fahrenheit, which again is by far the hottest that this stove has gotten so far. I had a heck of an effort trying to get this back lit, but it did come back. So far so good. Still going up. Still plenty of wood in the stove, which is definitely a plus. But again, the reason I'm kind of worried about this is because I'm using the alcohol. I soak the top layers of wood in alcohol, which I most definitely could do in the field, or not in the field, but before I left on a trip, and I could just carry them in like a Ziploc baggie. But I was hoping that you know, you could maybe get this going with you know, leaves and other stuff that you could find outdoors, and it's possible, but it's, for me, it's looking like you know, this is just so much effort that it's just not, you know, if I compare this to you know, alcohol heat, and you know, heat just so much easier. I mean, not trying to talk this down. This is obviously another cheap way of going. You know, you could buy these soup can and this fruit can for relatively cheap. You know, use a hole punch or a drill to put some holes in it in the right spots. It does take, you know, you don't even have to use a can opener, I guess. I used a can opener to get the bottom off, but you know, I'm sure you could probably find another way to knock that bottom out. And you know, this is a cheap stove. It's just you know, and I'm not gonna say I've had a lot of fun playing with this stove. Otherwise I wouldn't still be out here you know, testing it out. But here we go. 211. $2.12. Whoops, 211, 212 at 9:48. Still 211 right there. 212 at 9:50, 9:52, something like that. You can see the timers. I was looking more at the temperature, but you can see that on the video. Let's take a look at the water. Hopefully I don't make a mess out of this, because the lid is on awfully tight. Let's see if I can but, well, okay, maybe you won't be able to see the water. I'm afraid I'm gonna dump it over. But you can see this time it definitely boiled, which is woohoo! This is a first for this stove. Out here, you know, amazingly, the wind has calmed down, and I think that definitely had something to do with it. Maybe the too high. You know, I had more problems with it when it was 3 high, so I'm thinking the too high definitely is what I'm going to stay with for now. But I'm just going to do some more. I'm going to shut this off. Pull this out. But yeah, definitely. Whoop, there you go. Rolling boil. I'm definitely going to stay with the too high. It obviously let it get. I mean, you can see the flames coming out now. So it definitely let it get enough oxygen. That's what I was afraid. I was afraid if I went down to too high that it wouldn't get enough oxygen to keep the stove going. But that definitely happened. Let's take a look here. The flame. Yeah, there's plenty of wood down there. These, I'm just gonna let it sit. These little improvements has shown me that with the amount of wood that's still inside there, that for this to work, I definitely think that the shorter can of corn that I have, this can, would probably work better because there's still plenty of fuel in the stove. So I'm definitely going to, in the next day or so, I'm going to eat me a can of corn. I'm going to eat a can of corn and punch some holes in this can. And I'm definitely going to try that out. So I'm just going to let this burn out, and pour the water out. And I'm going to let you take a look here. That's the bottom of the pan. So we definitely sooted up the bottom of the pan this time. And I'm gonna have to clean that off later. And you can see that it worked. It obviously worked much better this go around than it did in any of the previous tests. So I think I'm on the right track. Too high, obviously let it get enough oxygen. So too high is where we'll stay. And we're gonna go with that shorter can and see if we get any improvement from that. This is Cool Breeze, and again, the most important thing is to get out there. So get out and hike. That's it. That's all I got. See you next time.